Jnana-yoga is the yoga of wisdom, yoga of knowledge. Many people talk about yoga of knowledge, but it's the yoga of wisdom. But it's not wisdom of somebody who don't know about something or somebody else. It's not knowledge in the sense of knowing and the how you say in English, en el sentido del conocedor, el conocimiento y lo conocido.
In the sense of the knower, the known, and the knowledge.
Yeah. It's not in the sense of the knower, the knowed, and the knowledge.
No.
It's the wisdom that make disappear any difference between object and subject. Is to discover your real nature, but it's not to add a new information about yourself. Is to put aside whatever you know from the past. Jnana-yoga or Vedanta is important to understand. Vedanta is a tool, an instrument for the Jnana-yoga. Vedanta is a vision. It's a vision of the great rishis of the past, the Vedic rishis, the Vedic, los sabios de la antigüedad.
The sages of antiquity.
The sages, the Vedic sages. They put their vision, their direct experience of the truth in the Upanishads. These Upanishads are real testimonies, first-hand testimonies of a meeting with the truth, of a meeting of these rishis with themselves. We know first-hand. And all these Upanishads together are the Vedanta. Vedanta is the final conclusion of the Vedas. And that conclusion, what is that conclusion? You. Your real nature. Krishna says in the Gita, Vedaischa sarvair aham eva vidyo. Aham eva vidyo. I, and when Krishna says I, it's not my body or my mind, but I, by all the Vedas, I am to be known. This I, the self, the center of existence, has to be known through all the Vedas. And that experience, that realization is Vedanta. But it's the vision. It's a vision, but should be realized, should happen in you. And the effort to happen is Jnana-yoga. Is when you go to, to learn how to drive. This is theory, this is practice. Vedanta is a tool. The other tool is your intellect, in order to inquire about itself. Sounds curious. You need to purify the intellect through sadhana. You purify the intellect in order to inquire about his own origin, acerca de su propia fuente.
About his own origin.
This inquiry is one of the main tools of Jnana-yoga. Atma vichara is inquire about yourself. Is inquire, who am I? This is a very important question, because ego comes from the others. Ego is past, is memory. Ego is the conclusion, I saw many times, of your parents about you, your uncles about you, your neighbors about you, your friends, your sister. All these conclusions together, you collect them and you create, or they create in you, all this collection of conclusions, what you accept, you believe, that is ego, that is what you are. Mean whatever you know about yourself and your ego come from the others, is the other conclusions of others, the idea of others about you. So when you sit in Atma vichara and you inquire, who am I? And you inquire yourself, it's the first time that you put aside others, or you ignore others as a medium of information about yourself. It's the first time that you put yourself in the position of authority about yourself. Try to understand. It's a very rebellious attitude in some way. But it's the first thing that you say, now I want to know, who am I? What I think about myself. Who is there? And you go deep, deep and deep. Who am I? It's important because this life happens to you. And you try to live life according to what other thing you are. Believe me, it's better you try to live according to your own conclusions and to be wrong than to live according to the conclusions of others, even they are better. Maybe you will do mistakes in the beginning. Who am I? And you will, maybe in the beginning, will be wrong conclusions. But you learn from your mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. And then you go deep and deep. In order to practice this Atma vichara, it's important to be now and here. Because you are now and here. Ego is past, is yesterday, is the memories, is what others saw about you a long time ago. But you keep in your memory all these concepts and ideas about you, and you live according to them, but it's all past. That was present, but only when you experience it. Like the future will be present, but only when you will experience it. But at that time, that yesterday was now. And when you will experience the future, will be now too. Mean only now exists, because experience is now. And only experience is. So only now is. And in the moment that you will be aware of the self, one day when you will wake up to your real nature, it's not that in that moment the self begin or the self appear or your real nature born. That you will discover the day of your enlightenment, the day you will be awake, is now. Is now and here. So, who am I is the question of Atma vichara. What is the answer. The answer is existential because it's impossible to describe what you really are. It's existential. It's an eloquent silence. In Jnana-yoga, silence is eloquence. Eloquence. You now and here will be the answer. The answer will, you are, is your being now and here. It's not words. In the beginning it will be words. Who am I? I am a teacher, I am a student, I am. In the beginning I am Russian, I am Argentine, I am Hindu, I am American. But that is your body, not you. But at the end, the real answer is existential, is your being. Is your being. Is to be what you always are. Simple is not, enlightenment will not be to transform yourself in something. You don't become something else. You are what you are. Simple what you are. What you was all the time. And the only that you can be, because you cannot be something else, is to be what you are. Only that. And you live in this illusion. We live in this illusion of we don't accept that, we don't understand that. We think that we are in life, because this concept and object and subject, we think life is an object in front of us. We go and think that existence is something that happens to us, happen around us. We need to know what existence is. Object and subject. What is the subject that we don't think about? We think only about the objective world. Reality is there in front of you. And you're not aware that if he is reality, you are reality, that street is reality, you are not only part of reality, you are reality. Your being is reality, is life, is existence. But in your illusion you live, and you are reality, in this effort to catch reality. In this effort to perceive reality. And you are reality. In this effort to perceive life, where is life? To perceive existence. The self is existence, life, reality. And in your illusion, you think that something hide life from you, hide reality, existence from you. Some kind of illusion or obstacle, something hide this reality. The realization of the self is the realization of you, yourself, as reality. But this kind of wisdom of the Jnana-yoga is a wisdom that you, as a knower, don't discover something new about the know it. Yeah? Knowing.
No.
No se trata de que tú
It's not that you
descubrirás algo acerca de el mundo objetivo.
We'll discover something about the objective world.
Sino que esa diferencia
But that difference
between you and the objective world will disappear. That is the point, and that we need to understand. That is the real wisdom. Whatever happens for you happens outside there somewhere. But Jnana-yoga come and say that everything is Brahman, you are Brahman. The individuality, you as an individuality, and God and the whole are one. That there is no difference. That only Brahman is, only the self is. And you continue to try to know something about Brahman, about life. But Jnana-yoga say no. You are that. Only that is. And we understand that the distance between us and the enlightenment is not some information or some practice or some time. The distance is a point of consciousness, awareness. We talk only about consciousness or awareness. And only the self is. That means that you can practice meditation wherever you are. Wherever you are, you practice Hatha Yoga and you become conscious of your body. And you can see this beautiful statue and you are conscious of the statue, a mandala or a flower. Everything is Brahman. Your hand is Brahman. This means when you pay attention to something, you pay attention to yourself. No matter where you see or where you take to concentrate, if you are conscious of somebody or something, you are conscious of the self, of yourself, whatever you see, because only the self is. Only Brahman is. There is no question in Jnana-yoga or Advaita Vedanta about where is God, because for Jnana-yoga only God is. Don't divide. Don't divide. All the problems come because you divide. You divide and you see there, outside, a world different from you, a life different from you, existence totally apart from you. There is a distance between that existence and you, between reality and you. You are there. Reality is there in front of you. You feel solitude. All your life you experience solitude. But outside, in the world of the names and forms, solitude. Jnana-yoga say nothing but with the solitude, but discover the solitude in you. And you will enjoy it. You will find that you are not. It's not painful. See and found the solitude in the center, in the self. Because only Brahman is, only your real nature, only the self is. Jnana-yoga is the way of wisdom, not of knowledge. And we talk a lot about the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge, you can hide your ignorance. You can go with knowledge and to feel that you know. Wisdom, you know. In knowledge, you can know about many, many things. With wisdom, you can know only one thing. But you don't need to know others. You know only the self. And when you know the self, you know everything. Knowledge is from the mind to the mind. From the intellect, and touch the intellect. Wisdom comes from the soul and touch the soul. Touch you. Transform you. Knowledge is of information. Wisdom is transformation. Jnana-yoga is the yoga of transformation. It's very curious because Jnana-yoga is the high peak of religion. But don't ask. Faith. Jnana-yoga asks for doubt. Dudas.
Doubt.
Doubt. Because Jnana-yoga is for discovery. And when you want to discover, faith don't help. When you want to discover, as much as you doubt, is better. Jnana-yoga don't try to convince you or to make you believe in God. Jnana-yoga wants you in a deep doubt about yourself as a separate entity and push you to search, go and see if you exist. To a Jnana-yogi you can say God exists. You say no matter, the real point is you exist. For the Jnana-yogi, when you exist, when you are totally here and now, with all your being, God exists. Is the real proof. And when you are a zombie, you are not aware, you don't exist. When you are not now and here, when you live only in nostalgias and in future, in expectations, you are not in this moment, you don't exist. And if you don't exist, God don't exist, even if you believe. You can be the only proof of the existence of the divine. Your presence, the perfume of your presence now and here, your awareness, because then you become a real paradise. You become Vaikuntha. You become divine. And when you are in the presence of such a person, you know that God exists. He is the proof. He doesn't need to convince you. For the Jnana-yogi, the real detachment is to know the self. For the Jnana-yogi, the real purity is to know the self. For the Jnana-yogi, to be in God is to be the self. all the religion is the religion of the self. Religare, to be reconnected, to become the self. For the Jnana Yogi, God is personal, is the only one who is really here. Jaya Bhagavan, Jaya Bhagavan, Jaya Bhagavan, Jaya Bhagavan. 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 Aimanyana Bhakti go together, one with the other. If it's possible, there are people who think that Jnana and Bhakti, they are incompatible. But these people don't know nothing about Bhakti or about Jnana. When you realize the self, how you cannot love everybody and everything. Everybody is your soul, everybody is your body, everybody is your self. How can you, when somebody wants to cut your finger, you feel it's my finger. Everybody are your fingers, your feet, it's only one body, all the universe.